What up, guys? It's Grant's Comics here, and today we'll be reviewing Amazing Spider-Man 46. Boom, right there, and another big boy that I wanted in my collection for my list of comics that I have and made like a really long list. I'm actually glad that it's getting shorter very slowly, but it's still long. It's just a crazy thing, and this was one of the ones on my list. If you guys are comic book fans or even Spider-Man fans, you guys know what this is. So obviously, this is the first appearance of Shocker. For those of you guys who are not really familiar with comics or starting to just get into comics, this is just like a this is a big boy, and I got it for uh, something. It's not really a price I was willing to pay for the grade it is, and I was just like, here's my excuse, right? Every time I see a comic that's on my list, and first I would be like, oh, if the price isn't right for me at first, I'd be like, I'll pass on it. And then the second time I see it, and if even if it's still not the price I'm willing to pay, I'm just like, I really want it. It's staring right me in the eye, but at the same time, it's like it's risky. And this is one of the comics that was risky for me, but to me, it pays off some most of the time, And here's the thing I see. If you and obviously if you want a comic that's on your list, or if you want if it's a grail for you and you're willing to pay for what it is in a condition it's alright. And I'm sure there was a lot of you guys where you guys get a comic of a grail or a comic and you guys completely regret it and you're just like, man, I wish I should have done that. So I am still learning to like say no to comics that I want on my list and are waiting for a better opportunity. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm never gonna see this comic when I'm gonna see this comic again, or stuff like that. So that's my excuse. But at the same time, to me, it's true. Cause when are you never gonna see? When am I never gonna see ASM 46 ever again? Especially living on the Big Island over here in Hawaii, I probably wouldn't see another Amazing Spider-Man 46 ever again. So that's why I got it. Versus if I was in the mainland, there's like a 50-50 chance. But to me, this is like a 10 out of 50 chance, or a 20 out of 50 chance that I might see another one. So I was like, I want to get it, but at the same time, I'm just like, ugh. And also the thing too that kind of pressured myself was that, um, as this video is up right now, um, I'm actually in July. I'm actually gonna go to Comic Con, and don't worry, I will film the whole Comic Con experience. I will upload it to Grant Comics YouTube, so you guys can check that out. I'll probably do like a part one, part two, part three, part whatever, how long I'm staying to Comic Con. I'll do it like in parts, so you guys can check out the full thing when that happens. And yeah, just that. So yeah, that's another thing I was thinking too. Like, I'm going to Comic Con. There's a good chance I'm gonna see Amazing Spider-Man 46. So here's what I'm planning to do. If I find another Amazing Spider-Man 46 in a better, higher condition, I'm gonna uh, I'm going to either send it to CGC over there and get it graded, and maybe sell the graded one, or if it's in a high grade, then I'm gonna sell this one, or if it's in a low grade, then I'm gonna sell that grade one, keep this one. And so it really depends on it. So I want to get. I want to try get another one because just because I maybe I can sell it because I know Shocker is a big Spider-Man villain, but he's not as big as the Green Goblin or Doctor Octopus. To me, he's a big villain because he's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. Besides Carnage, Carnage is like my top Spider-Man villain. So it's and then my other favorite Spider-Man villain is Hydro Man. I do want main Spider-Man 212. So maybe possibly I'm gonna get if I there's a possibility that I might get I mean Spider-Man 212, and if I do, obviously I will record what I got at the Comic Con, and then that'll be it for my. I guess you could say a big Spider-Man haul. I guess you could, or big Spider-Man Grail. I guess you could say. Um, and then if I get that, the rest of my Spider-Man stuff is basically gonna be stuff that I'm gonna sell. So, um, yeah. So the Comic Con video is definitely gonna happen, and also what I'm gonna do, also at the Comic Con is, um, try to get stuff on my list other than like oh I want this comic because I know it's gonna blow up. I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not the kind of person that likes to spec because to me, I mean if you spec, you spec. If you're a reseller, if you buy comics to just resell, then that's fine. You know it's your thing. You just do whatever you want. But to me, I don't spec because if I said let's say for example, let's use this comic for example. If I got this comic earlier or even now, and let's say I spec oh what Shocker might be in another Spider-Man movie, and he was in Homecoming, but he wasn't. He did a cameo, but he wasn't like the villain. He was just with Vulture. So to me, that's why I originally when I wanted this. That's other than Shocker being one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, I did spec on Shocker, kind of, sorta, because he was. I spec, but here's the thing, I spec on Shocker when I saw the movie. When you spec, you're supposed to know, like, oh, maybe this character is gonna be in a movie, or this character's being in a movie. I expected on Shocker when I saw the movie. So I was like, okay, Shocker is good in Homecoming. Is this book gonna go up because of it? And it didn't really blow up because he was just in one scene with the Vulture. So it kind of threw me off a little bit. And it kind of, and even if it did go up, I wouldn't want to sell this because I love Shocker, like I said. So that's why I don't spec because I don't spec because for one thing, what if the character you're specking on does not really appear in the movie that and if I was to spec, I would have to get the comic while it's not in theaters, like um, Ant-Man Quantum Realm. There's like Kang the Conqueror, MODOK, all these things. Like I would have to get these comics as the trailer drops, because I'm like okay, I see who the characters are. I'm gonna try and get these for the first appearance of these characters before the movie even goes. I know it's a dumb idea. You guys are thinking, Dylan, don't do that. That's not really specting. That's just like, oh, you're getting the book just because you see a character on a trailer. So yeah, that's why I don't spec because don't I don't want to just play the guessing game. Like I said, if I get a comic that I got either in my collection or selling, and in a future MCU movie, if that character so happens to be spected, and it does happen, then I'll be like, hey, I got the book, so I'm good, And I got this Fantastic Four comic where it's like a first appearance. I think it was the first appearance of another Skrull, and that book is a spec for Secret Invasions or something like that. So and I got that book in a mystery box. So I'm glad I did that, and I'm glad I have it still with me. I'm not selling it. I might sell it later after Secret Invasions goes on Disney Plus. But as far as right now, I'm not gonna sell it. So once Secret Invasion comes to Disney Plus, then I'll sell it like a week, a week of the Secret Invasion TV show comes in, then I'll sell it. But right now, I'm gonna keep it. But yeah. So I'm gonna talk about a few things about this issue. So aside being the first appearance of Shocker, we kind of see how Shocker gets his powers. He gets this electro suit that kind of um, uh, immune to his electric shock, like vibranium. It makes him stronger. And these braces is what he makes these braces. So these things are like magnetic, like electromagnetic things that shoot electricity from his fists. And it's his electricity supposedly it's so strong that it breaks the wall. But it's apparently Shocker is um that makes this helps him make him stronger, I guess. And the suit is just like a thing to protect him from electricity or stuff like that. So, and Spider-Man is basically fighting Shocker with one broken arm. So he uh, fights Shocker with one broken arm. You see how Shocker became the Shocker. He was in prison, and he created a suit. He created the brace. I like to call it the brace. That's what I like to call it, a brace or a glove. And he broke free from using this, and that's pretty cool. And after that, and there's another scene where Peter Parker lives with Harry Osborn in his apartment. So, and Aunt May lives with Mary Jane's auntie in this issue. So it's really a cool issue, and I really enjoyed it. And there's one panel that I really loved. That there's a panel where this guy, I forget what his name was, but he is wondering how Peter Parker gets the pictures of Spider-Man. So he goes in this alley, and Peter's like, "Oh my gosh, this guy is gonna find out I'm Spider-Man. What do I do?" So he changes his voice between him and Spider-Man. I don't know if for Spider-Man, he like a deeper voice, like, "Oh Peter, take a picture of me. I'm paying you this much." And then as himself, he's talking with his regular voice. So he's trying to trick that guy to say, "Oh, Spider-Man is with me. He's real. He's with me." And he makes like a scarecrow Spider-Man, like a fake Spider-Man, and like pushes the fake Spider-Man, make him like he's swinging. So it's kind of funny, and I really enjoy that, and I love that panel. So yeah, um, I'm gonna show you one thing that I do not like about this latest comic. It's not the story itself. It's actually more like it has to do with the interior. So let me just and I have to and this is from 1966 by the way. So this is like a older book. Gotta be very careful with that. So like I said, the only thing that is wrong with this is that, which is fine. I'm fine with tears and stuff, but I'll show you what I'm not fine of. Like I'm fine with these things. The back is cool. I like the back. The back's pretty clean. But there's a page in here where I think it is the ink. I may be wrong, but I don't know if you guys can. Maybe you can see the other one from the other. Let me try and find it. I don't want to ruin this book. Let me try and find it. My fan is like blowing the thing, and I don't want it to like ruin the book. There, this one. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like pink. So I don't know if that's like right there. I don't know if that's the ink or not. I'm assuming it's the ink because I've seen it before in other books. So if it is the ink, it probably would. I don't know if it lowers the value or lowers the comic itself, and maybe that's why it's a 5.5. But if it didn't have that, it'll probably be a little bit higher, which I'm assuming. I'm sure it would be higher um, if it was if it didn't have that. So yeah, that's it for now. I want to thank Mike for having Amazing Spider-Man 46 for me for my birthday, and there's gonna be another on Saturday. There's gonna be a birthday unboxing. Um, another comic that someone once you see that video, you'll figure out who it is. But in that video, I'm like speechless. All right, so if you're not subscribed to Grants Comics and you watch this video, make sure you subscribe to Grants Comics, like this video, give this video a thumbs up, and if you guys are subscribed to Grants Comics, make sure you share this video, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next video. Alright.